Okay. So on our way to the truck, an old Ford with a camper, the roll-out windows. Unexpectedly, my dad puts my brothers in the camper, um, and puts me in the front, which never, ever, ever, ever in the history of ever happens. But he's put me in the front, and he has every intention of abusing me all the way home, which is at least 45 minutes because we're outside the city limits and the sun is setting. We are the first ones out of the parking lot for sure, and we are on our way back home. And sure as the world, the sun is going down, and the story picks up where there are no street lights. One every now and then, like we're not even in the city, but there's still a few lamp lights. And I don't remember, we're on a divided highway, and we are in the left lane. Now, mind you, I have sucked up to the passenger side door as much as I humanly can because my father he's close to 6.5 feet tall. He's a brick outhouse. This man is a drill sergeant that eats kids for breakfast every day, right? I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for the bomb to land, right? I'm ready. His basketball hands and arms. I'm 5'2". I'm not big. And like I'm just waiting for him to grab me like he would do and just yank me and start pummeling me however he decided to. So the anxiety is a full 10. I'm scared to death all the way home. I don't know what I've done. I have done what was necessary to get down those steps. He wasn't going to help me, but I didn't realize I'd embarrassed him, and he was going to destroy me now. So we're in the left lane, the passing lane. It's dark. Divided highway. Texas is flat, y'all. If you haven't been, it's flat. I wasn't paying any attention to the far traffic. I was caught dead in the middle of the action between two men. I was right up against it about what was fixing to happen. So I'm waiting for him to get me, and we're cruising by this biker, easy rider on a laid back, full leather fringe, you know, the deal, easy rider. My dad's drill sergeant. His paradigm is like, and he just didn't like the looks of this guy at all. And my dad would, in uniform, out of uniform, on base, off base. My dad was an a-hole to people. He had no problem showing it, and everyone got out of his way. Now, he never showed this side to his original family in the South. He wouldn't. He had to be the hero, the perfect one. So we had to protect his image at all times. Back to the story. We're coming up on this biker who's minding his own business. He's rolling home too. I mean, it's just got dark. He's sat back in the saddle and he's just cruising. He's got it on coast. And we get up about even with him, and I'm studying him really good. Again, I'm sucked up against that passenger side door, and I'm looking at everything. I'm looking at his boots. I'm looking at his helmet. I'm looking at his arms are up, and he's just rocking on fine. And then I realize our truck has started to slowly encroach into his lane, and he looks over in our direction, and I immediately catch his gaze, and he's like, "Oh!" and he's able to correct, and of course my dad pulls it back, and he falls back. I kid you not. When I look over at my dad, he is smiling. From ear to ear, he is smiling. He's enjoying this. He's 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 feeding his anger. He's feeding whatever demon is inside of him. And as he gives a little bit of acceleration to get on up around this fella, he goes right back to it. He falls back into the guy's lane, and again, I'm caught directly in the action of what this guy's horror when he realizes, oh crap. And again, he corrects it again and was able to recover. And I look back at my dad, who's laughing this time, laughing out loud, having a blast. There I was, caught right in the middle of the action of a predator, an alpha predator, and a victim. And I believe God let me see that for his purposes and his reasons. I look back at my dad, who's laughing out loud, very satisfied with himself. Again, he's fallen back, and just enough to where this time he doesn't even make any bones about. He makes a straight diagonal and launches the guy off into a ditch. All I remember is seeing the guy in profile as a small child, right? The motorcycle flying into a gully, and he just goes down very quickly. And dude isn't looking at me, he's looking straight ahead, right? It's a true story. I look at my dad, he is elated. He has never been so proud of himself. He has tortured this poor soul and possibly killed him. All I could do was stare back until I didn't see him anymore. He was gone. He disappeared into the ground. And my father is laughing. I've had to live with this my whole life. My whole life. This is the first time I'm ever making mention of it because I didn't realize what a hold it had on me. From birth, all of this behavior was normalized. It's all been conditioning and grooming. Only recently have I started, in the last several years, started to come out of it. And it's simply because I've chosen to choose truth above all else. Truth is the most important thing to me. It doesn't even matter to me if people in my family believe me. I could care less. I'm only interested in the people who've been traumatized like I was traumatized. I can assure you, no one ever came and checked on me. Never. My mom did what she could to protect me, but my siblings were taught and conditioned to run off and leave me, to actively abuse me, to ignore me as much as possible, which is exactly what happened, to smear me, to smear my good name. Once I got away from them physically, I didn't realize I had 2 children to raise. I didn't realize I still had a lot of hard work to do to get free. And seeking God, Jesus Christ, and letting his blood cleanse me and heal me has been the only remedy. I encourage you to do the same. We never went back and checked on that man. Obviously, we didn't turn around. My dad was very proud and very happy with what he had done. To get a grip on what I'm talking about, this man was not a drunk. He didn't take drugs or pills. He was sober as a judge. This man was a straight up sadist. And he did this for his own enjoyment, but also he let me see it to warn me. No one would miss you, Gina. No one would miss you. But I played a vital role in feeding whatever demons he had by abusing me on a regular basis every day, every single day. He got enjoyment from hurting the man on the motorcycle and hurting me. The injuries he placed on me were unreal. And it's a miracle by God's grace alone that I survived any of it, and ever came to a place of truth, um, or understanding about what happened to me, because all of this is happening to me, and the paramount issues are: take it, sit there with your hands folded, sit quietly with your hands folded, with a smile on your face. We're going to abuse you, and you're going to take it, and you're going to like it. He would say oftentimes to me, you'll wear bloody stripes to school, and you'll enjoy it. He loved to torture me. Um, my experience was incredibly misogynistic. He was trying to form me into an image that was ridiculously off. For some reason, from birth, he saw me as a little Jezebel, as a little prostitute. There were a couple of movies that came out at the time. One was with Brooke Shields, and it was called Pretty Baby, about a little girl being raised in a brothel in New Orleans. He saw me exactly like that. There was also a movie called Taxi Driver with Jodie Foster, who was a child prostitute, and he looked at me like I was a filthy, vulgar street urchin. He was calling me names from early on. He was somehow threatened by me. It was horrific, but I would not fit into the pigeonhole he kept trying to put me in. My mother did. She was completely brainwashed and very meek and had no fight left. She was done. She was really done. So she didn't put up a great big fight, but I was not going to conform. I refused to be allowed to be treated like a modern day servant. Wasn't going to do that. He was a dictator and mean, mean. Again, he wasn't a druggie or an alcoholic. He did this for fun. This was feeding demons inside of him. He was hurting children.